begin the
Good morning to all, and welcome to the inaugural ceremony of International Conference on Science and Technology Computational Intelligence in association with Indian Science Congress Association and IEEE Bangalore chapter. We are very happy that you are here today morning. Let us begin this session by invoking God's blessing. I request the choir to lead us in a song of invocation.
You who made the mountains and the seas, measured out the universe, and you made me. Echoes of the voice that calls the worlds to be. Reach throughout the ages and now speak to me. You're my creator King. You who made the valleys and the skies, displayed your love on far horizons and before my eyes. You who lit the stars and set the dawn in time, call them all by name and now you whisper mine. You're my creator King.
Now, I request Dr. Gangadhar, Organizing Secretary and Convener of ISCA Bangalore chapter, to welcome the gathering.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests on the dais and off the dais, distinguished resource persons and eminent speakers, respected invitees, dear delegates who are online and offline, esteemed faculty members of Christu Jayanti College, dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you for 2 days international conference on Science and Technology Computational Intelligence. This international conference is being organized under the auspices of Indian Science Congress Association Bangalore Chapter and the Department of Computer Science, Christu Jayanti College. Friends, you know the importance of organizing conferences, seminars, symposiums and workshops. This kind of conferences provides an opportunity, golden platform to exchange ideas with great scientists of the country and to interact with them. With this purpose, the international seminar is being organized. And as you know, the theme of this conference is Science and Technology Computational Engineering, which is scheduled to be held on 15th and 16th March 2022. Today we have the inauguration of this international conference. For this conference, for this inauguration, at the outset, I would like to extend hearty welcome to Father Augustine George, who has extended wholehearted cooperation and support to conduct this program. When we approached him and when we invited him for this international conference, he has gladly accepted for it to preside over the function and to deliver the presidential address. Sir, on behalf of Indian Science Congress Association Bangalore Chapter and the Christu Jayanti College, once again I extend heartiest welcome to your good self. Another dignitary on the dais and the chief guest of today's function is Professor Dr. Vijayalakshmi Saxena, the General President of Indian Science Congress Association. In spite of her busy schedule, she has kindly accepted our invitation to inaugurate this international conference and to deliver the inaugural address. Madam, on behalf of ISCA Bangalore Chapter and Christu Jayanti College, I extend warm welcome to you. Another dignitary on the dais is our beloved Vice Chancellor of Bangalore University, Dr. K.R. Venugopal. You know the busy schedule of the Vice Chancellors. In spite of his busy schedule, he has come, he has accepted our invitation to deliver the keynote address on the theme of this international conference. Sir, I extend hearty welcome to your good self. Another dignitary on the dais is Professor Ashok Kumar Saxena, the former General President of Indian Science Congress Association and present Executive Committee member of ISCA. He too has accepted our invitation to grace the occasion and to release the 7-year abstract book on this international conference. Sir, I welcome your good self, sir. Another dignitary on the dais is Dr. Arvind Kumar Saxena, the present General President-elect of Indian Science Congress Association. He was the former Director of DSCRD and he is with us to grace the occasion and to deliver the invited talk on the theme of the international conference. Sir, I welcome you for this inaugural function. Another dignitary on the dais is Professor K.S. Rangapada. He was the Vice Chancellor of two universities, University of Mysore and Karnataka State Open University. We are very happy to know that he is in the list of internationally known scientists. In addition to that, at present he is serving as the President of the Forum of Former Vice Chancellors. Sir, on behalf of ISCA Bangalore Chapter and Christu Jayanti College, I welcome for this inaugural function. Another guest of honor on the dais is Madam Geeta Baliji. She was the former Vice Chancellor of Karnataka State Women's University Vijayapura, and she was the former General President of Indian Science Congress. She too has accepted our invitation to grace the occasion and to deliver the talk. Madam, I welcome your good self. Another dignitary on the dais is Professor S. Ramakrishna, General Secretary, Membership Affairs of Indian Science Congress Association. He has also helped us in organizing this event. Sir, I welcome you for this inaugural function. Another dignitary on the dais is Professor Shio Satyaprakash, the Treasurer of Indian Science Congress Association. He too has accepted our invitation to grace the occasion. Sir, I welcome you for this inaugural function. The guests which are in front of the dais are the council members of our great association. In the beginning, I can mention the name of Dr. Srikanta Swami, elected member of the Council of Indian Science Congress Association. He is from the Department of Environmental Sciences from University of Mysore. Sir, I welcome you. Another council member of this Indian Science Congress Association is Professor Parashnath Singh, Sectional President of ICT 108 Indian Science Congress Association. I welcome you, sir. The other two sectional presidents and the council members should have been present here. Dr. Kavishri, Sectional President of New Biology, and Dr. Shantaviran Gowda, Sectional President of Indian Science Congress, that is 108 Indian Science Congress. Sir, I extend warm welcome to you also. We have invitees in front of the dais, Professor Hanuntappa, Chairman, Department of MCA from Bangalore University. Sir, I welcome you for this inaugural function. Another invitee for this occasion is Dr. Atul Kumar, Executive Secretary from Indian Science Congress Association. I welcome you, sir. Dr. P.N. Dasegowda, you might be here. Sir, I also welcome you for this inaugural function. Lastly but not the least, I extend hearty welcome to all the delegates who have come from the various parts of the country, resource persons and eminent speakers who have come across the globe, invitees, members of organizing committee, press and electronic media, and to my dear students. Once again, I extend hearty welcome to all the dignitaries, students, participants and delegates who are present here. And finally, I should mention the name of Dr. Lakshmi Iyer from USA. She is one of the eminent speakers who will be delivering the talk on the theme of this seminar or this conference. Thank you, Ananda.
On behalf of everyone present here, I extend a very warm welcome to Professor Gangadhar. I request Professor Kumar to present the sapling to Professor Gangadhar. Knowledge removes ignorance just as light removes darkness. I now request Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Saxena, Professor Venugopal A.R., Father Augustine George, Dr. K.S. Rangapada, and Dr. Ashok Kumar Saxena to come forward and light the lamp. I also request the dignitaries on the dais to join with them in the lighting of the lamp ceremony. I request the audience to kindly rise. Thank you, dignitaries. Christu Jayanti College is scaling new heights under the dynamic leadership of Father Dr. Augustine George. Father has been associated with this institution for the past 16 years in various capacities, and the college has achieved the highest grade of A++ from NAC with a CGPA of 3.78 under his leadership. I request Father to deliver the presidential address.
Most distinguished and respected professors, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Saxena, General President ISCA, Professor Venugopal K.R., Vice Chancellor, Bengaluru University, Dr. Ashok Kumar Saxena, former President IACA, Dr. K.S. Rangapada, immediate past General President ISCA, Professor Geeta Bali, former Vice Chancellor KSW, Dr. Aravind Kumar Saxena, General President-elect ISCA, Dr. Shio Satyaprakash, Treasurer ISCA, Dr. S. Ramakrishna, General Secretary ISCA, and the most distinguished professors of the dais, distinguished faculty members, delegates, and my dear students. Christu Jayanti College is truly privileged to welcome once again all of you to this international conference, jointly organized by Indian Science Congress Association and Kristi Jayanti College Autonomous. It is a great honor for the Kristi Jayanti College to have such eminent people in the campus, and your presence set the right tone for today's conference. I thank the respected office bearers of Indian Science Congress Association for putting trust in Kristi Jayanti College to organize this program in a collaborative way. The purpose of any education institution is to produce leaders who have high vision, ability to transcend the boundaries, the dexterity and the power of mind to bring changes in the society, contribute the knowledge economy of our country through the quality research and the publications. So all education institutions, all the academicians are thus connected in purpose and cause in this pursuit of the noble mission. We are aware of that the contribution done by the Indian Science Congress Association over 100 years to advance and promote the science in India. And this conference is a testimony of their continuous effort and their involvement in bringing the people of high thoughts. Today, Kristi Jayanti College is happy to have the eminent scientists, professors, the academicians as part of this program. We value your contribution to science community of our nation. Kristi Jayanti College carries the rich tradition and legacy of CMI education and philosophy, started by the Saint Kuriakose Chavara, the founder of the CMI congregation, which runs 59 colleges and more than 700 plus schools across India. The campus is known for its holistic education with a vision to provide educational opportunities to all aspiring youth to excel in life by nurturing academic excellence, fostering values, creating civic responsibilities, nurturing environmental consciousness, and building global competencies in a dynamic environment. Within a short span of time, we have etched a prominent place in the education map of our country, with the unique credit of youngest autonomous college in India, ranked as the finest education institution in its various ranking, and our quality journey is highly recognized now in national and international level. To our credit and to the recognition of our effort, we were given the first prize in Clean and Smart Campus Award in a national level, and our quality journey is well recognized by us, as Madam Anita stated, by scoring A++ in the non-accreditation with a CGPA of 3.78, that is the second highest point in India. I represent the diligent faculty and dynamic student community of our college, and whose sincerity and transcendent commitment has developed the college as of today. And it is our constant effort and endeavor to proliferate an environment of teaching, an environment of learning and the research, bounded by the fabric of values which the college upholds in pursuit of the shared ambition. So we are passionate what we do, and the mission, the goals of our college replenishes our activities and every day. The objective of this virtual national or the hybrid conference is not to offer a set of recipe or instructions. The objective of this conference is to facilitate thought-provoking deliberations and knowledge sharing on emerging trends in science. Our aim is to associate the insight from this conference to our own ideas, to question the conventional wisdom and notions, to experiment with our creative concepts, and to network with other people of similar interests, and to create a contextual and functional perspective on various issues related to revamping our science scenario in our country. I acknowledge with satisfaction the team of professors from the Department of Computer Science, Christie Jayanti College, Dr. Jude, Professor Pandin, Dr. Kumar, Professor Mary Margaret, and other members of the department. And again, I acknowledge and appreciate the works done by the members of ISCA, especially Dr. Gangadhan, Dr. Ramakrishna, and Dr. Hanumandappa for their committed work and meticulous effort to organize this program. I thank all of you for joining this program, but it is happening in offline and online mode. And please enjoy the hospitality of the Christie Jayanti College, and I wish all of you all the best. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father. You have always inspired us with your enthusiasm. Today we have with us Vijayalakshmi Saxena, the General President of Indian Science Congress Association. Dr. Vijayalakshmi Saxena is a Fellow of ISCA and also Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee Fellow of ISCA. Madam is the Coordinator of Bioinformatics Infrastructure Facility Center of DBT, Government of India at New Delhi, and member and institute body of AIMS New Delhi. Madam is the editor of Everyman's Science and Professor is a recipient of Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee Memorial Award. I request Dr. Vijayalakshmi Saxena to deliver the inaugural address.
Very good morning to all the participants of this hybrid conference. Father Dr. Augustine George, Principal Christie Jayanti College, Bangalore, and the President of the session, Dr. Venugopal, Vice Chancellor, Bangalore University, Professor Rangapada, Immediate Past General President, and Dr. Arvind Saxena, GP-elect, Professor Geeta Bali, and Dr. Ashok Kumar Saxena, former General President, Professor Ramakrishna, General Secretary, Professor Prakash, Treasurer, Professor Gangadhar, Chapter Convener, and former General Secretary of ISCA, all the sectional presidents, council members, all the participants of this hybrid conference, invited speakers, faculty members, chapter conveners, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, and media personnel. First of all, I feel privileged to have been granted the opportunity to share my views with this galaxy of eminent scientists. I wish to thank Professor Gangadhar as well as the host institute, Christie Jayanti College, who has taken innovative and adaptive measures to overcome COVID pandemic impact by effectively holding the conference in hybrid mode. It gives me immense pleasure to be a part of this hybrid conference on science and technology, computational intelligence. Organizing conference on computational intelligence is the need of the hour, as COVID-19 is causing immense stress to the healthcare industry worldwide. Because of the alarming outspread of the pandemic, real-time supports from innovative technologies are helping the healthcare professionals in handling the situation as present. Not only that, there have been a lot of changes in the last few years. The necessary skills for the future have changed, so we need to skill our students accordingly, as the job for the future would be into the artificial intelligence, blockchain, machine learning, computational intelligence, etc. Computational intelligence enables intelligent behavior in complex and changing environment. A major thrust in algorithmic development is the design of algorithmic models to solve increasingly complex problems. Enormous successes have been achieved through the modeling of biological and natural intelligence, resulting in so-called intelligent systems. Now the question arises, what is intelligence? Dictionaries define intelligence as the ability to comprehend, to understand, and profit from experience to interpret intelligence, having the capacity for thought and reasons. Can computer be intelligent enough? This is the question which revolved in my mind when I was writing this talk. In the mid-1900s, Alan Turing gave much thought to this question. He believed that machines could be created that would mimic the processes of the human brain. Turing strongly believed that there was nothing the brain, consciousness and emotions, which form integral parts of human intelligence. In 1950, Turing published his test of computer intelligence, referred to as Turing test. The test consisted of a person asking questions via keyboard to both the person and the computer. If the interrogator could not tell the computer apart from the human, the computer could be perceived as being intelligent. The computational intelligence is the study of adaptive mechanisms to facilitate intelligent behavior in complex and changing environments. It covered by the fields of machines learning and computational neurosciences. These mechanisms include those AI paradigms that exhibit an ability to learn or adapt to new situations, to generalize, discover, and associate. For example, computational modeling of biological and natural intelligent systems encompassing swarm intelligence, fuzzy systems, artificial neural networks, artificial immune system, and evolutionary computation. The methods used for computational intelligence are close to the human's way of reasoning, that it uses inexact and incomplete knowledge, and it is able to produce control actions in an adaptive way. Computational intelligence is thus a way of performing like human being. Many such real problems are not considered to be well-posed problems mathematically, but nature provides many counterexamples of biological systems exhibiting the required function practically. This particular application has far-reaching implications on real-time problems that we are facing today, especially the spread of the fake news, whether in politics or in COVID-19 pandemic or any other such situations. However, there is a long way to go. We are still in an infancy stage. As rightly said by David Wallace, a baby learns to crawl, walk, and then run. We are in a crawling stage when it comes to applying machine learning. Conferences like this will provide a platform for exchange of information, know about novel innovations, thereby making us learn and move forward to next stage. I hope you all will have enriching experience over the next 2 days. I call upon younger generation now to work towards science and technology, computational intelligence through good science, newer technologies, and innovative policies for a brighter future. With these views, I inaugurate the hybrid conference with all the best wishes and grand success for this conference. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, ma'am, for detailing the various points in the history of computational intelligence and its ever-growing influence and importance in today's world. Today we have with us the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Bangalore University, Professor Venugopal K.R. Sir is an ardent researcher, a passionate academician, and a dynamic leader. I request you, sir, to address the gathering.
Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, ISCA Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Saxena, the former President ISCA Dr. Ashok Kumar Saxena, the immediate past President ISCA Dr. K.S. Rangapada, my colleague and former Vice Chancellor KSW Professor Geeta Bali, Dr. Arvind Kumar Saxena, General President-elect ISCA, Father Dr. Augustine George, Principal, Christu Jayanti College, Dr. Ramakrishna, General Secretary, Dr. C.O. Satya Prakash, Executive Council members of ISCA, my colleague Professor Anmantappa, and my affectionate students. I'll be delivering the keynote address after this function. Therefore, I have to just make introductory remarks. Today I am here because Professor Gangadhar said that I should come and talk. And a subject which I have been teaching for the last 40 years, artificial intelligence and machine learning. Not 42, for it is not 40, it is 42 years. So to deliver a lecture in half an hour, which I have been teaching for 40 years, is very difficult. So this is an introductory remark, and I am very happy to sit along with the great professors and also the members of the Indian Science Congress. And I am extremely happy because after this function, formal function, I will be talking about artificial intelligence and machine learning. I am very happy that Christu Jayanti College has got A++ with 3.72. That is indeed a remarkable figure. I have not seen the best universities getting that figure. Congratulations, sir. Very few institutions of this standard exist in the country, and I believe the second in the country having 3.72 score, and it is a feat many institutions in this country will not be able to achieve. This international conference on science and technology, computational intelligence, is my pet subject, and therefore I will be speaking to you after this function. I congratulate the college for conducting this function, and I am extremely happy that Indian Science Congress is there conducting its executive meeting in this college. So I welcome all of them to Bangalore. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion, and we all are eagerly waiting for your keynote address. We have with us Dr. Arvind Kumar Saxena. Sir is the General President-elect of Indian Science Congress Association. Sir is the ex-director and outstanding scientist of Defense Material and Stores Research and Development Establishment of Ministry of Defense. Sir has also served as the Director of Institute of Basic Science, Bundelkhand University, Jhansi. I request you, sir, to address the gathering.
Very good morning to Honorable Principal of the College, Father Dr. A. George, Professor Venugopal, Vice Chancellor, Bangalore University, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Saxena, General President, Indian Science Congress Association,
Professor K.S. Rangapada, ex-General President, Indian Science Congress, Professor Gita Bali, ex-General President, Indian Science Congress, Professor Ashok Saxena, ex-General President, Indian Science Congress, Dr. S. Ramakrishna, General Secretary, Indian Science Congress Association, Dr. Shiv Satyaprakash Treasurer, Indian Science Congress Association, Professor Gangadhar, our Managing Secretary of the conference. I am really grateful for, really I am thankful to, especially to Professor Gangadhar for inviting me. You know, it is said that it is a hybrid conference. Nowadays, hybrid is being used for two purposes. One for the offline and online conferences, and hybrid for me it is a real sense that how a theoretical scientist and practical scientist can come on the one platform. Basically, I am a synthetic chemist. So I am envisioning how this intelligence, computational intelligence, is helpful for the synthetic scientists who are working on the bench. In the sense, generally, the modeling, theoretical modeling is required for interpreting the how the functions in a molecule or a function in the system will work. So this type of activity generally reduce the practical work and generally reduce the throwing of the chemical in the environment. Because if these type of informations will not be available, that which type of functions will be present if in the system, how they will work. That is the structural property relationship. This can be very well told in advance by the computational intelligence. And Professor Venugopal has said he is teaching since last 40 years this CI, so I am not going to talk anything about the CI because I am not a man of expert in this area. But I would like to tell you one thing which I found very much relevant in our practical life, that you people might have heard the nanomaterials, carbon, graphene, nanomaterials, etc. in the high purity materials. You know, the activity of nanomaterial is very, very high. You have to work with a very small amount of material. You cannot afford very large amount of the material because if they will be thrown in the atmosphere, they will create a lot of havoc, there are a lot of imbalance, environmental pollution, water pollution, this and that. But if you are able to do the computational modeling of the nanomaterial, which type of function will be on which angle and on which surface, then you can very well predict the activity of the nanomaterials. For example, in graphene, which is one layer, one disk substance. So which group are present, how the different type of doping could be done. Then by theoretical modeling, you can interpret the graphene will be having these type of properties. So you will reduce the experimental work by the computational intelligence applying in the theoretical system and the practical system. And certainly very good results will be achieved in very small span of time. You need not to do n number of experiments. So in very less amount of time, without polluting the environment, without creating an ecological imbalance, you can have a sustainable process for the science and technology development. So this is a very good conference which this college had taken initiative to inform both the scientists, theoretical scientists and practical scientists how to move further, because now the time has come to work in the out of box. You cannot survive in the compartment. If you want to deliver something, you want to bring the nation, you want to achieve the self-reliance. So you have to work all together, theoretical scientists, practical scientists, technology, engineers. They have to work all together. So from my point of view, this is really a true hybrid conference where all type of people are coming at one platform and will learn something from one and each other. So with these few words, I would like to thank once again to the organizers for calling me and to share my views about this computational intelligence. Thank you very much. Good luck. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. We have with us Dr. K.S. Rangapada, the immediate past General President of ISCA. Professor K.S. Rangapada has served as the Vice Chancellor of University of Mysore and Karnataka State Open University. As a researcher, his work in the field of bioorganic and medical chemistry is well recognized. A recipient of numerous prestigious awards, he is the UGC Faculty Fellow and the Distinguished Professor of the University of Mysore. I request you, sir, to address the gathering.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good morning everyone. The President of the Indian Science Congress Association, Professor Vijay Lakshmi Sakshana, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Bangalore University, my good friend Dr. Venugopal, and the Principal of this college, Dr. Augustine George, Professor Geeta Bali, Professor Arvind Kumar, Chandra Prakash, Professor Ashok Saxena ji, Dr. Ramakrishna, and dignitaries of the dais, students, faculty of this Christu Jayanti College, ladies and gentlemen, media friends. I am delighted to be the part of this international conference on science and technology, computational intelligence, and I heartily congratulate the organizers for choosing the right concept as the theme of this conference. Indeed, this is a vital activity which involves students, faculty members from various disciplines, including computer science, mathematics, physics, statistics, and so on. Now, science, technology, and innovation have instrumental and intrinsic value of this society. They are the key drivers of economic performance and social well-being. Innovations in science and technology are integral to the long-term growth and dynamism of any nation. Like people in any other parts of the world, Indians too have a rich legacy of scientific ideas. A desire to know the unknown, accompanied with experimentation and observation, have always generated scientific power. The 21st century in India is apparently marked as the beginning towards an advancement in terms of technology and enrichment of knowledge base in the fields of science. At present, we hold a strong position in terms of advanced technology. India also serves as a knowledge warehouse with the existence of many institutions catering to science and technology which come with qualified and trained manpower. Computational intelligence, machine learning, artificial intelligence have become emerging fields in science and technology in the current world. I am sure Dr. Venugopal will be able to enlighten us in the area of computational intelligence. Computational intelligence and machine learning are the quickest growing and most demanded techniques for the development of information and communication technology. Recent advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning are providing unbelievable solutions and performing types of tasks that once seemed impossible. Very recently, we have used this computational artificial intelligence to our biological systems, and we have sent it to the Journal of American Chemical Society, which has been accepted. It is a fast-growing subject. Data plays a paramount role in analyzing the behavior of various systems in day-to-day life. Analyzing the acquired data has been made easy through computational intelligence. This computational intelligence has its wide range of applications, even in chemical engineering, genetic engineering, drug development, like the way I do it, docking and applications. Evolution of computational intelligence is also the evolution of society. It's becoming a new wave in global politics, and it is going to play a pivotal role in power dynamics and among nations. As Jim Baldick, the founding editor of the International Journal of the approximate reasoning, and the IEEE transactions and fuzzy systems. He said the computational intelligence provides success stories that are often hard to justify with formal mathematical models. I wish the computational intelligence would be a game changer for the nation building process. It has been the responsibility of scientists to unravel the mystery behind the truth and utilize available resources for the progress of humanity. We can achieve our goal of socio-economic change that empowers everyone to lead life to the fullest possible. Probably with these few words, I'm sure the students will definitely be benefited by the talk will be delivered by my colleague, my friend, Dr. Venugopal. And thank you for giving an opportunity to share my views and also to participate in this international conference. I wish you all the success. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. We have with us Dr. Geeta Bali. Madam is a former Vice Chancellor of KSWU and former General President of Indian Science Congress Association. Professor has served as the Chairperson of Standing Committee of Council of NITs and the member of Indian National Commission of UNESCO. I request Madam to address the gathering.
Madam Vijayalakshmi Saxena, President of Indian Science Congress Association, and all the dignitaries on the dais. I'm not mentioning names to save time. I'm given 2 minutes. So all are equally important for me. And principal of this college, Dr. Augustine George, the faculty of this college, invitees and participants in this conference, and dear friends. First and foremost, I wish to congratulate this college for their extraordinary performance going by the national accreditation. And secondly, I congratulate this college and the Bangalore chapter of Indian Science Congress Association for organizing this conference on a very important and most interesting topic, computational intelligence. India has always excelled in mathematical skills. You must have known about Ramanujan, the man who knew infinity. You must have heard about Shakuntala Devi, who was called as a living computer. You might have also read about our astronomical calculations, which hold good today. In general, Indians have innate skill in computational skills, computation or mathematics. I see how our children perform in chess at the international level, chess which requires same kind of logic that is required for solving mathematical problems. Unfortunately, mathematics is taught in such a way that kills our innate talent, and I say this to mathematics teachers. I believe Albert Einstein is believed to have said, "We owe a lot to Indians who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discovery could have been made." Going further, he says, "Gita was my inspiration for all my scientific investigations." Vedas were known as early as 4,000 years. We don't know when it originated. It could be much before that. And from Atharva Veda came Vedic mathematics, which dates back to 3,000 years. Google won't say that. When you ask Google origin of mathematics, it will say China invented abacus 3,000 years ago. And this Vedic mathematics is based on just 16 sutras or 16 formulae, going by which you can make any calculations involving any number of digits without paper and pencil. It was rediscovered in 1911, something which was 3,000 years old, by Bharati Krishna Tirthaji Maharaj. All this is possible because of one organ we have, that's the human brain, which weighs 1.4 kgs. I am a neurophysiologist. I did not take the opportunity to work in the Institute of Science because I wanted to work on the nervous system. I was so enamored as a student about the functioning of the brain. Human brain has the capacity to store 2.5 million gigabytes digital memory. 2.5 million gigabytes. It consists of about 1 billion neurons. Each neuron forms about 1,000 connections to other neurons, amounting to more than 1 trillion connections. On top of that, there is these connections. These are pivotal in processing information and storing memory. On top of that, there is plasticity. These connections are made and broken. The theory of disuse also works. If you close one eye for a long period, all those connections which are receiving input from these eyes, they stop working. They form different type. They will form new connections for the other eye. So there is a lot of plasticity, and there is pruning. In adolescence, so many connections which are not required, they are removed. The levels of hormones are adjusted at that time. After adolescence, a lot of other changes take place. So like this, it's a dynamic organ. And if each neuron could only help store a single memory, we can never go out of space. We hear people saying, oh, children are overburdened, this is too much, that is too much. Nothing is too much for human brain, whether it's a child or adult. For comparison, if your brain worked like a digital video recorder in a television, 2.5 petabytes or 2.5 million gigabytes is enough to hold 10 million hours of TV shows, and you have to keep the TV running continuously for more than 300 years to use up all the storage. The brain's exact storage capacity for memories is difficult to calculate because, first of all, we do not know how to measure the size of the memory. It could be a lot of details taking a lot of space, or it could be simple taking less space. We do not know really. And unwanted information is erased. If you can't remember somebody's name, you can be sure that he is not of much consequence. You don't forget the name of your spouse or parents or grandfather, even if you had not seen your great-grandfather, because they mean something to us. So the selective storage of information. So it is the realization of the functional capacity of the brain and its accuracy that stimulated the development of the field of artificial intelligence and computer intelligence. Neuroscience has played a key role in the history of artificial intelligence. It has been an inspiration for building human-like artificial intelligence. On the one hand, neuroscience has inspired designing AI systems that emulates human intelligence, and on the other hand, it has inspired building neural networks that mimic brain structure. The very first experiment was a collaboration between Warren McClock in 1943, a neurophysiologist, and Walter Pitts, a young mathematician. They wrote a paper on how neurons might work, and they modeled a neural network with electrical circuits. See the importance of disciplinary work, interdisciplinary work. So all this happened outside India in 1943 because then our ancient mathematical skills were gone. They were eliminated from our system. The scope of, I don't have to tell about the scope of computational intelligence and artificial intelligence to this gathering. You're already experts. We have Dr. Venugopal, an expert in this field, who is going to tell you. It has immense potential to change the sector of economy for the benefit of society. It has special relevance to India. This is what I want to say here. Soon there would be hardly any industry or any sector which would be untouched by this powerful tool in India. This is the reason why there is so much of rush to learn artificial intelligence. You may be a social scientist, you may be an architect, you may be a civil engineer, mechanical engineer, biologist, chemist, whoever. You will finally see that AI is going to play, or computational intelligence is going to play a major role. Education is one area. Agriculture is another very important area. Using artificial intelligence, we can predict the behavior of pests, what would happen, and take and those climatic conditions, how the climate is changing, put them together and take advanced precautions. And then transport is another area. You already know how our railways is working. And then healthcare system is one more. And we can regulate water usage. Karnataka just established a digital water bank in the world. First time in the world, they have established a digital water bank using blockchain, employing blockchain technology. And then the most debilitating bane we have is our distribution system. All this can improve with artificial intelligence. And handling multiple languages is another important issue. So when you work on this, when you youngsters are taking up projects, working on CI or AI, there is a need to focus on the situation that is prevailing in India. The issues may be same. Issues agriculture faces in the United States or Europe and our country could be the same, but the challenges are very different. It has to have relevance to what is happening. The type of problems we have in our country is very different. Challenges we face, it's unique to our country. So this is what has to be incorporated when we work on these projects. Farmers, for example, there is no planned agriculture in our country. Who should grow what, where, how much? Everybody in our country, every citizen thinks it's my right to do whatever I want. I need everything from the society. I want government to protect. I want everybody to cooperate with me, but I will do what I want to do. There is no planned agriculture. Whatever is said, I would like to grow sugarcane only. Then there's too much of sugarcane, too much of tomatoes, they throw it on the road and or commit suicide and so on. Nothing is planned. With artificial intelligence, things are predicted. It may be possible to convince them too. And they also make, oh, this is what they predicted and this is what happened. And we can transform how things are happening in our country. So I had been to Barcelona attending Internet of Things. Barcelona is the second best country in the world for implementing IoT. Almost everything is managed, whether it is garbage, pollution, water, traffic, everything unmanned and error-free. So we are also on the way to achieve something like this. So I wish you all the best. I hope this 2 days conference will focus on not only the latest developments, but also ponder on how this AI or CI can be used with special relevance to India. I wish the program great success. I thank the Indian Bangalore chapter of Science Congress and this college for inviting me today. Thank you. This is, I'm sorry, I did not know that there are going to be as many speakers. I understand when you give only 2 minutes, but teachers, you know, once you stand in front of audience, it's very difficult to stop. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, especially for highlighting India's rich legacy in computational sciences from time immemorial. Now we have the release of the conference proceeding. I request Dr. Ashok Kumar Saxena, former President, ISCA, to release the conference proceeding and to present the copy to the members on the dais. Being thankful is one of the greatest virtues. I request Professor Sevugapandian, the head of Department of Computer Science, Christianity College, to propose the oath of thanks.
Best and beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. they must be felt by heart. Thank you is one such among them. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. At the outset, we wholeheartedly thank Indian Science Congress Association for providing this platform to conduct this conference in this collaboration in a hybrid mode. We are overwhelmed with joy and humbled by the presence of the eminent educators gathered this morning for this inaugural ceremony, the International Conference on Science and Technology, Computational Intelligence. I deem it an honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks in this august gathering. Today, my words are not enough to express our gratitude to our honorable guest, Dr. Vijayalakshmi Saxena, General President, Indian Science Congress Association, for her thought-provoking inaugural address, which gave a perfect start for this international conference. On behalf of the management and the entire fraternity of Christu Jayanti College, with all the delegates gathered here, I extend a heartfelt thank you to you, ma'am. Now I request our Father Principal, Dr. Augustine George, to present the psalm and present a moment to the honorable guest. I express my sincere thanks to our honorable guest, Professor Venugopal, KR, Vice Chancellor, Bangalore University, who has graced this occasion with his words of wisdom and accepted our invitation to give the keynote address after this inaugural ceremony. On behalf of the management and the delegates gathered here, we extend a heartfelt thank you, sir. I request Father Augustine George to present this all and the memento. I thank our beloved principal, Father Dr. Augustine George, for his stewardship, determined support, and guidance provided in making this event a great success. Thank you, dear Father. I extend my honest gratitude to Dr. Ashok Kumar Saxena, President ISCA, for releasing the conference proceedings of INCCI 2022. To the honor, I kindly request Professor Gangadhar, ISCA Convener Bangalore Chapter, and Dr. Kumar, Head Department of Computer Science, to come forward and present this all and memento to our honorable guest. My sincere thanks to Dr. K.S., immediate past General President, ISCA, and former Vice Chancellor, University of Mysore, for gracing this occasion. Sir, thank you so much for your valuable thought about the knowledge warehouse, the importance of machine learning, which set the right tone of our conference. Thank you, sir. I extend my gratitude to Professor Geeta Bali, past General President ISCA and former Vice Chancellor of Karnataka State Women University. Thank you, Madam, for being with us this morning and sharing your technological input about the neurosciences and the relationship between the mathematical computation and computational intelligence. On behalf of the management, we say thank you. extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. Aravind Kumar Saxena, General President-elect, ISCA, former Director and Outstanding Scientist, Defense Material and Stores Research and Development Establishment, Ministry of Defense. Thank you, sir, for being with us. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Shiva Satya Prakash, Treasurer, ISCA, for being with us this morning. Thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion. Thank you, sir. I express my sincere gratitude to Dr. S. Ramakrishna, General Secretary, ISCA, for his guidance and support in planning and execution of this event. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Gangadhar sir, and thank you, Kumar sir, for doing the honors. I express my sincere gratitude to all Indian Science Congress Association elected council members, those who are here with us this morning, Dr. Srikanta Swami, elected council member, Dr. Atul Kumar, Executive Secretary, Dr. Parasnath Singh, President ICTCS, Indian Science Congress. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. My sincere appreciation and thanks to Dr. Hanumantappa, Professor and Chairman, Department of Computer Science and Application, Bangalore University, for his constant support in all our endeavors. Thank you, sir. An event of this dimension cannot happen instant, and we have been fortunate enough to have our beloved Professor Gangadhar, convener, Indian Science Congress Association, Bangalore Chapter. I thank for his tremendous leadership and tireless support in all the facets of this conference in making it as a successful event. On behalf of the management and staff, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to you, sir. I request Dr. Kumar to do the honors. Thank you, sir. My sincere thanks to our conference conveners, Dr. Margaret Mary and Mr. Pratap, for their meticulous planning and execution of all the tasks of this international conference. Thank you, dear teachers. And most important, I appreciate and sincerely thank each and every delegate from across the country who has taken time out of their busy schedule and responsibilities and are here with us today and joined virtually as well to plunge in innovative ideas and connect with dynamic progressive educators to share their uniqueness, thus building a path to excellence. Thank you once again, dear delegates. I thank and appreciate a team of very motivated and dedicated teachers of our department for their valuable contribution. Thank you so much, dear team. I thank all the administrative staff, media team, student volunteers, and young minds of this temple of learning, those who are seated here this morning, for their involvement and support in making this event a great success. Thank you, dear Jayantians. Thank you all once again. I remain.
Thank you, Pandian sir. We acknowledge your efforts in organizing this conference. Now we have come to the end of the inaugural session. We will have the keynote session immediately after the inauguration at this venue. Now I request the choir to render the Jayantian anthem. Kindly rise for the anthem.
sublime, with the mighty Lord, we soar high on the bedrock of faith, integrity of force, human dignity true, excellence we strive. Christu Jayanti, Christu Jayanti, love and prosperity. Christu Jayanti, Christu Jayanti, love and prosperity. Grace, joy and peace sprawl our hearts and minds. On we march our goals as a beacon for the world, with a passion for our growth and love for humankind, united and strong in excellence on the bedrock of faith, integrity of force, human dignity true, excellence we strive. Christu Jayanti, Christu Jayanti, life and prosperity. Christu Jayanti, Christu Jayanti, life and prosperity.
We have come to the end of the inaugural session. I now request the dignitaries to take their seat off the dais as we start with the keynote session of the conference. Please be seated. Good morning to all. Now we have the keynote address by Dr. Venugopal K.R., the Vice Chancellor of Bangalore University. Let me take the privilege of introducing the keynote speaker. Dr. Venugopal K.R. is the Vice Chancellor of Bangalore University. He was a principal of University Visvesvaraya College of Engineering for 15 years, Chair of the Department of Electronics and Communications, Computer Science Engineering and Information Science Engineering in UVCE. He has illustrious, distinguished and brilliant academic career with 11 degrees, including 2 PhDs, one in economics from Bangalore University and another in computer science and engineering from IIT Madras. Sir has served UVCE and Bangalore University for over the last 4 decades. He was a postdoctoral research scholar and visiting professor at University of Southern California, USA. Sir has authored and edited 72 books in economics and computer science. Sir has published more than 900 papers in refereed international conferences and had filed 56 patents. Sir is a recipient of over 60 awards. Sir received IEEE Fellow and ACM Distinguished Educator Award from USA for his outstanding contributions to computer science. We are honored to have such a scholarly person as the keynote speaker of the conference. I request you, sir, to deliver the keynote address.
Good morning to all of you. I've already mentioned to you that I've been teaching computer science and engineering for the last 42 years. I started my academic career in University Visvesvaraya College of Engineering. At that time, there was no computer science. There was only electronics. So I was able to get a seat in electronics communication in the year 1974. And 48 years later, it is 2022, I've been in the same college, teaching the same subject for this 42 years. I was the principal of the college, of the same college where I studied. I did my MTech in Computer Science and Engineering from Indian Institute of Science, PhD from IIT Madras in Computer Science and Engineering. But before completing my Computer Science and Engineering, I did my Masters in Economics and a PhD in Economics and a law degree in addition with Industrial Relation, Public Relation and Master of Business Finance. So now what we see now is a conglomeration of all these subjects, and that's what we call it as artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning. You've already seen in your syllabus, in the new National Education Policy, a subject called Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. It is a common subject for all the students of arts, science, commerce, engineering, medicine, or whatever subject you want to do. It is a subject which will be studied by everybody at undergraduate level, postgraduate level, or a research topic in this world. It is the subject which is going to be studied for the next 50 years. Whatever you see, whether it is a application arts, science, commerce, engineering, medicine, or anywhere, even including accounts. So you are going to think about, talk about, experience artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. When I studied this subject 40 years back, I never thought that this will be the subject 40 years later to be studied by everybody in every educational institutions in this country. Now, I've been asked to talk on this subject for half an hour. And having taught a subject for 40 years and to compress it in half an hour, it is really an Herculean task. Nevertheless, I will try to summarize whatever I have acquired, whatever I have taught, whatever I have experienced in this last 4 decades of my teaching, especially in computer science and in particular artificial intelligence and machine learning, and try to impart a little bit of what I know. So how do you define artificial intelligence? So artificial intelligence is a subset of natural intelligence. Just like our human brain, a human being is able to crunch data, compute data whatever we have. That is now transformed into a machine. You know that the first computer was as big as this. Single processor has 4 billion transistors. A transistor is a nanometer device or element of a computer. Fundamental processing unit which acts as a switch, just like a light switch on and off, is present in every pockets. The power of artificial intelligence is so stupendous and or omnipresent that now you envisage artificial intelligence as God. How are you going to understand this subject? How are you going to cope up with this subject? How are you going to experience this phenomena of artificial intelligence? How are you going to compete with natural intelligence? How are you going to compete with a robot? How are you going to compete with whatever you see in and around you, mostly ingrained with artificial intelligence in future? There is a metamorphic transformation of education over the last 2 years. Everybody has switched on from offline to online education. This is the first such big gathering I am seeing after pandemic. But this will be very rare in future because of technology. On March 14, 2020, Bangalore University was the first university to impose lockdown. 2 years later, 731 days later, today is March 16th. This is the 732nd day. We are seeing the transformation, a revolutionary change in this world. And whatever revolution you have seen, it is because of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Somebody is saying COVID, somebody is saying Delta, somebody is telling Micron, and then somebody is saying Omicron, and then somebody is saying Delta Micron, which is to come in July. It is because of artificial intelligence and machine learning. It is because we are able to do DNA profiling. Because we are able to see through the microscope, and also because of computational capacity that a single processor chip can identify and see the DNA change in a particular virus. And that happens within hours. Somebody is able to tell that you are having Delta Micron within 2 hours. And somebody is able to tell within 15 minutes, yes, this is a rapid RT test and therefore now you are infected with virus. And somebody is going to give you vaccine. It is just like some 10 years, 20 years back, everybody used to have a virus and antivirus. Now there is a virus and there is a vaccine, and that is a transformation of artificial intelligence, machine learning that has been given to this world and to this human race. Whenever I ask any student now, what are you doing? They say artificial intelligence, machine learning. Whatever may be the topic, they want to add that word, keyword, artificial intelligence, machine intelligence, and deep learning. So what's the difference between all these three? The difference is your natural intelligence, artificial intelligence system is a subset of natural intelligence. A machine learning algorithm is a subset of artificial intelligence, and a deep learning technique is a subset of machine learning technique. Even if I apply to a system that has changed over these 2 years, the printing technology will move from 3D to 4D. Manufacturing a car which is red in color, but in a 4D technology, if you are angry, it changes to red. If you are calm, it changes to green. That is a 4D technology. A chip is already embedded. The paint can change its color, or the nanomaterial which is on the car will interact with the sensors. It will interact with the body temperature. It will see your face, and if it sees an angry face, that camera will transmit the parameters that are required to the chip, and the chip changes the color of the car. That's what you're going to see. The 3D technology and moving to 4D technology will be completely manipulated and transformed into a new 4D. What you are going to see 4D is already there, but you will see more often in your life within next 5 years. A screen, whatever you are seeing, this screen, which is 3D, which is not flexible, you are going to see a holographic screen that you have already seen in the elections, holographic images. That is because of artificial intelligence and machine learning. It takes a photograph and then it says, this is Gangadhar, and I'll put him on the stage here, and he will be there physically present. You will be seeing his own image, and you will be interacting like a mirror, and then you will be seeing who is real and who is actually virtual. It is a technology of artificial intelligence and machine learning. You will get a flexible screen. I don't have to see a screen. A screen will be of a paper type which can be folded and kept in a pocket, and you can go to any park and then spread that image of as a screen of 20 feet by 10 feet, and then you can say, this is my theater. The technology which you are seeing, cloud storage, will move to fog technology. Big computer networks will move to small computer network periphery. That is because you will be able to manipulate this through artificial intelligence, machine learning, all these networks which are separated in distributed computing, and then that you can have a single image over the entire world through artificial intelligence and machine learning. Your optical fiber, which has a bandwidth of 50 terahertz. You may not know what is a 50 terahertz bandwidth of an optical fiber, which is 50 micrometer. A 50 micrometer diameter optical fiber is just as thin as your hair. And this hair has a bandwidth of 50 terahertz. Your telephone channel is just 4 kilohertz. You can add 12.5 billion telephone channels in one optical fiber. Whatever you have produced, whatever movies, whatever you have written, whatever textbooks are there, it can be transferred from one end of the world to the other end of the world in just 60 seconds. See the transformation which you are going to see with the advent of technology, with the crusade of technology, and how it has transformed, what paradigm shift it has made in terms of education. Your laptop, your mobile devices will be no longer required. There will be augmented reality and virtual reality. Your online classes will be only thing of the past. You will have crowdsourcing. Students will no longer learn from the teachers. All you have to switch on to your device and people from all over the world will give you suggestions, will tell you what to do, how to learn and when to learn and how to. The offline will move to online and online to no line. We are seeing the transformation in these last 2 years. Especially in Bangalore University, when I imposed that every teacher should give attendance and then it should be marked. Then you have to submit the attendance. That attendance is system which we take. Suppose if I want to take attendance of these 1,000 students, the artificial intelligence machine learning technique will enable you to mark your attendance as soon as you enter the auditorium. From biometric, it will go to behaviorometric. Now I can see Professor K. Rangapada entered the hall, he is sitting in that location, and now he will be transmitted to the entire world that he is sitting, and his posture, the way he looks, the way he talks, everything will be transmitting online and everybody can see. So you are omnipresent just like God now. That is artificial intelligence and machine learning. There is no privacy in your life now. The computer which is in your pocket tells you where you are sitting. The computer in your pocket tells that there are 1,000 people in Christu Jayanti college and they are sitting quietly. Even the smallest of the signals, the talk, the way you wear, it is recorded. So you can say artificial intelligence and machine learning is God. You said God is everywhere. And here is a technology where it now matches the powers, temperament, or anything, whatever you want to try to do, you can try to achieve through this artificial, and then you still tell, okay, this is very powerful. This is going to be so powerful in our life. In a hospital in London, they are going to now transplant a head to a body. They are going to attach. Now imagine what happened through artificial intelligence and machine learning. They have been able to, make a test run of how to attach a head to the body. Using these artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques. Now imagine if a head of a boy is attached to a body of a girl. And vice versa. We were talking about all our ancestry. Narasimha, with artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques, and with the health technology improving, you can perform that type of integration of a body and head. What our ancestors have written in our Vedas, the type human form, the avatars, 10 avatars, that you are going to do very shortly in future with artificial intelligence and machine learning. This land is known for science and technology. When a premier in China was asked, what is your wish? Then he said, if you do good work in this drama, you will be born in a country called India. That is just before his death. That is the land where we are born. When Aryabhatta said the earth is round, Galileo was imprisoned 700 years, 500 years later for telling earth is round. That is the type of progress we have done in science and technology. What you see, cloning was already introduced by Ravana. Rakta Bijasura, a drop of blood will generate 10,000 clones of Ravana. And that's what we are trying to achieve. See, the algorithms which you are going to see in this artificial intelligence, very simple. Classification techniques. Boy or a girl. 6 feet or above 6 feet or above 6 feet. Regression techniques, if some of you are science students, you will know. Classification, regression, clustering. I cluster all this group of people as professors, distinguished professors. I classify this person as a boy, girl. I cluster this auditorium as boys and girls. 3 simple algorithms of artificial intelligence and machine learning. You can name it by anything, but it uses only 3 algorithms. 3 powerful algorithms. What is that? Classify, cluster, put them on a line, regression technique. Science students will know this, and art students will also know this. Because put them in a line, cluster them, group them, and classify them. So your 3 most powerful algorithms will constitute artificial intelligence. Then machine learning, you must be knowing what is the shortest distance between A and B. There is only one algorithm in the entire world. Shortest path algorithm is Dijkstra's algorithm. Dijkstra, a great scientist or a great mathematician and a great computer scientist, Dijkstra. D-I-J-K, the only name where I-J-K comes together. I-J-K. No other name, I have not come across another name in this world with I-J-K together. The shortest path between A and B. There are 1 billion papers saying that, okay, this is the shortest path, that is the shortest path, this is the shortest path, and all papers are written on that shortest path algorithm. We are also trying to find the shortest path in our life, how to be successful. And that shortest path now will be used by this artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms to find success, to find solutions to all your problems is the shortest path algorithm which will be used by this artificial intelligence. I am trying to put it in a very simple way, because if I tell it in technical manner, you will be able to say, oh, this is more of computer science, I do not want to hear about it. How do you define deep learning? Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. What is this deep learning? Deep learning is the way you think. What is deep learning? The way you thought. It is just like this memory cell is multi-storage cell. Whatever our brain has, that is a multi-storage cell. Are you going to have this type of multi-storage cell in artificial intelligence or in a computer? How are you going to multi-storage? It is just like when you see in a movie, a heroine falls and then suddenly after some time she remembers everything. Or if I ask him, you will scratch your head and say, okay, as though you got the location from this point in your memory, and then you will tell the answer for a particular question. Now, how is this artificial intelligence going to mimic this natural intelligence? And that is what the world is moving through. This is a marvelous world. There will be no difference between you and a robot 20 years from now. It is also able to think. It will also be able to form gangs. It will also be able to fight with you. It will also come with soldiers. You must have seen some movie where the entire robots will now collaborate and say we should destroy these human beings. That is through artificial intelligence and machine learning. A robot now can perform any task that a human being can do. It can guard your home, it can prepare food, it can serve you, it can sleep with you, it can dance with you, it can sing a song, it can perform anything with you. Then you will say, why should I have my husband and wife? Because it knows, it has learned everything. It has learned, it is remembering everything from your birth to death, and whatever you have done till now, it has that image and it has that memory. It will not forget, you might forget. It will tell it is your birthday, let me sing a song for you. All you have to tell that robot, my birthday is 26 March, and then it will tell every 26 March, it will tell, okay, it is your birthday, please get up, it is already late, there are people going to come, it will speak to you and it will sing a birthday song for you as soon as you get up. Then you will tell, why should I have these children or husband or wife when this robot is able to do everything and anything for me? No, they have manufactured what is known as a brain net. Use artificial intelligence and machine learning. That means the entire memory will be transformed. Whatever is stored in your head, it is there in your brain. It will be transformed into what is known as a brain net. This brain net will have emotions. And what will happen? Your body will go, but your brain is there with me. So Professor Hanmantappa's brain is there with me, he will be never dead. You want to die, but you will not die. You will be in another body. We are talking about soul. We are talking about 7 lives. We can have 7 billion lives. It can continue forever. They have been able to manufacture skin. They have been able to manufacture meat. They have been able to manufacture bones. They are able to manufacture liver, heart, lungs, pancreas, everything. It will be available in all for you. If your head goes, if your eye goes, electronic will be fixed. If your brain goes, brain net will be there. If your heart goes, heart will be transplanted. If your kidney is there, there one machine. If you have a diabetics, another one chip. That is enough. Then where will you die? When will you die? There is no death. All are immortal. Therefore, this artificial intelligence and machine learning will make everybody immortal. That immortality is what you want to see 50 years from now. That's why I said artificial intelligence is omnipresent. It's like God. It will give you life. It will change your life. It will revolutionize your life. It will make your life happy. It makes your life miserable, and it is everything just like fate written in you. My 30 minutes time is over. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for illustrating the power of artificial intelligence and machine learning. We especially appreciate the kind of analogies you have used to describe the power of the wonderful algorithms. On behalf of the entire Christi Jayanti fraternity, I extend our gratitude to you for enlightening us today. Thank you, sir. Now we have come to the end of the keynote address. There are a few announcements to be made. Tea is arranged in the staff pantry for the delegates. The venue is in the first floor of the administrative block, shortly followed by the technical session, which will be at A2 auditorium in the third floor of the administrative block.